Hey guys, welcome back to the Hear Me Roar pod. I am Toby and my co-host is none other than the Kate Save, which you might know her from Shark Tank. She's also founder of BeFit Foods and picked up Telstra's Business of the Year award too. Kate?
Well, Toby, you've got a super impressive CV, 25 years in global commercialisation experience, and you founded Creative Cubes, Australia's leading co-working space and real estate business.
All right, let's get on with the pod. So Kate, this one's coming full circle for me.
Yeah.
In 2003, I moved from Sydney to Melbourne.
Yep.
Because I was chasing Sim at the time. Not chasing her. We had a summer fling. It was supposed to be just a summer fling, but it ended up, I think we're 24 years this year.
Wow.
And in 2003, I decided to move to Melbourne. And one of my good friends at the time, who's still my good friend, and actually he was my groomsman and I was his groomsman, John T. Schechter.
Oh, yeah.
His mum, Russell, I was in the fitness industry and she's like, come and meet my friend Craig at Harper's gym.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, Harper's.
This is such a faded memory.
Yeah.
However, my daughter's name's Harper. So maybe there was some positive there. I was trying to get a job as a personal trainer. I didn't end up actually working at Harper's, but Craig was like the guy in Melbourne.
He was.
Yeah.
He is.
Still is. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I exited the fitness space in 2006 to pursue Petloo. But Craig was always sort of like the pinnacle of everything that was in my
Fitness,
previous world.
PT,
yeah. And he had a place on Nepean Highway, which I think
the
is
one I remember too, the big Harper's. Yeah, the Woodshed now. That's the one I think it is too. We'll confirm with him
I think
next.
it is. Yeah, it's the same facility because I live really close to that. And so it's like I first bumped into Craig or re-bumped into Craig when we were filming The Inspired CEO.
Yes.
At the Port Melbourne.
Yes.
And he's coming on the show after
Amazing.
I'm excited. So before we have Craig on, we'll hear from our friends at Rise. Guys, I want to introduce you to Rise, a business cohort like no other. So what is the Rise Network? Rise Network is a curated inner circle of 10 to 12 like-minded peers designed to provide a confidential, high-trust environment where business owners and leaders can gain strategic insights, actionable solutions, and lasting relationships. Rise isn't just networking, it's a game-changing business support system. It has strategic problem solving built in, expert facilitation, actionable insights, long-term impact and authentic relationships, and it's based exclusively around high-trust cohorts. For your membership, you gain full access to Creative Cubes. That means you can drop in when you're on the run to use the meeting rooms, breakout spaces, or even just dock in for the day. We wanted to serve the underserved, the people that do need the help, do need the support, don't necessarily have the funds to be able to do it, and don't necessarily fit into one of these other organizations. And so that's where Rise kind of came from. So there you have it, guys. Go to werise.au, and I hope to see you at one of our cohorts soon.
Hey, Craig, welcome.
Oh, hi, thanks for having me. This is fancy.
It is fancy.
It's not as fancy as Nova.
Well, Nova's fancy. Well, I can record at Nova. They have a beautiful studio that I could use, which is just, it's. I don't know if it's a great fit for me because I'm the opposite of fancy, and it's very fancy, but they're very generous and kind, and they're very supporting of the show. So as we said just before we went live, we're just stumbling towards our 2000th episode. By the time this goes live, it'll probably be
3,000.
Yeah, it'll be, well, yeah. So it's fun. It's, podcasting and this kind of stuff is this ability that we have now to be able to do it in this format it's great. It's opened a lot of doors for lots of people.
Well, it's Dr. Craig now.
It's not. It's soon.
Soon. How soon?
I'm 8 weeks away, I think.
Oh, there we go.
But then I could fail. Who knows?
Oh,
doubt it.
Dr. Harps. That's just something I never thought would transpire. But yes, I'm doing a doctorate at Monash in psychology in a very interesting area, I think. So,
Tell us, you'll find it
I'm doing a
interesting.
thing which is, it's all about meta-perception, which is our ability to understand what it's like being around us for others. So the core, fundamental, basic question is, what's it like being around me for you two and those over there? What's it like being around me for you two now? And then for me to be able to understand that and see that through your eyes. So for me, it's kind of a personal communication superpower. So interpersonal, like having an insight into how other people think broadly is called theory of mind. And I feel like way too many of us have no idea of how other people think. So we're in the same situation right now, but we're not in the same experience. We're all in the same room and in the same conversation at the same time and the same day, but none of us are having the same experience. And our experience is a byproduct primarily of how we interpret the world around us. So my ability to be able to understand you guys a little gives me insight into where I might go or not go and how we can build rapport and connection.
What did you think about then?
Well,
I
was
want to know what you were
going to
thinking.
lie down next to you on the couch and just have you speak like as if I'm in your shrink space. But actually, I think you're right. I think part of what you were saying as well, I just got reprimanded by our CEO in a negative way, but in a positive way. I said something, he's like, never say that again. I was like, why? He's like, how you show up is the most important for our staff, for our community, for this, for that. If you're having a bad day, don't come in.
Good on him.
I don't want to hear anything other than, I was like, you're right. It's really powerful, right? Because I think a little bit of what you're saying is like the us in the room here, we're having these different experiences, but actually your presence and being in your presence, for me, I'm thrown back to 2003 when I first met you. And I'm blown away by all the success that you've had. Not surprised.
Thank you.
But I am genuinely blown away. And so that to me is like the way I'm reading you and sort of a little bit of stuff that I've known about you is my interpretation of the experience that we're in. You guys have a different relationship.
Yeah.
And so yours is not same as mine.
All things going through my head. I think of Craig turning up on his motorbike, and when I knew you were going to say not fancy because you're the least fancy. He could be driving a Porsche, but he drives his motorbike or he'll walk or what's your car? You talk about not having a fancy car.
A little rubbishy car.
He could have a fancy car, doesn't want a fancy car. But that, to me, that says all this wisdom that he's got over the years of what matters, what doesn't matter, and scaling up your business to where you got it to, and then deciding what's the point of this and finding meaning in things.
I think a couple of things. One, think about all the people watching this or listening to this. Nobody's having the same experience.
Yeah.
Totally.
You might say something and people are connected. Other people are like bored. Some people are fascinated. Some people are like, how long is this going to take? Or when are we getting to the good stuff or whatever? And it's so as a scientist and a researcher, one of my jobs who also kind of intersects with entertainment and media is trying to share my thoughts and ideas and knowledge in a way that not only is meaningful, but helpful. And it resonates with people. If I talk like an academic, which I'm not, I'm a pracademic, but if I talk like an academic, it might all be true, but none of it's helpful because no one knows what I'm talking about. Right? So how do I build rapport and connection and trust and respect and understanding by sharing my stuff, whether it's me now or whether it's you guys with your audience? Like the bottom line is you want people at the end of that experience to go, that was great. I want to listen to another one. Because if you've got the best content, but the worst connection, guess what? You don't have a podcast.
Fail.
Do you know the two things, well, the one thing the two of you have in common, which is quite unique with men, is you both don't have an ego. And that builds trust and rapport, particularly with women. I'm not sure about men, whether men do or don't like egos, but I think that builds rapport straight away. And that's something that's very unique about both you guys. You were on the pod this morning talking about intimacy and all sorts of things.
That was a fun episode.
It was very fun. Yep, a lot of
I think the
laughter.
interesting thing about ego and trying to impress people, you actually create the opposite of what you want.
Correct.
Because we know what's going on, bro. Don't.
Yeah.
Don't. That's embarrassing.
Yeah.
Just be you.
Yeah.
We'll figure you out.
Yeah.
You don't need to like trying to impress people is the ickiest social kind of behavior ever.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, you know, do you be respectful, be kind, genuinely, you know, so it's not a role-playing thing. It's like, I actually love people.
Yeah.
Period.
Me too.
I love helping people.
Yeah.
I love supporting people. And as you said, I got to a point in my life when I was 33 or 4 when I had 5 businesses and 100 staff, and I went, it's good, but it's past its use by date for me. This is not optimal me. This is not what I don't want to spend the next 30 years building businesses and growing an empire. And it's not that it's bad, but it's trying to find out what is your purpose and path. And what works for me won't work for someone else, you know, and same with you guys.
But it's helping people. You
Yeah,
guys
yeah, yeah.
both
That's super
say that.
interesting. You talk about purpose, right? When I sold my first company in Los Angeles in 2012, I lost all my purpose. I was chasing this exit. I was chasing that, hey, one more sale, one more this, one more that. I'll make it. And I made it.
Yeah.
And then I remember waking up going, now what?
What now? Yeah.
Like, am I here? Like, where am I? And I actually lost my purpose for a couple of years. We had our previous guest. We talked about being in shape. I decided to eat ice cream for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Not literally breakfast, lunch, but I had my baby daughter, Maddie, was born, and I lost my purpose. So I just eat whatever she wanted to eat. I just play with her. I didn't look after myself. But then I found my purpose again.
Yeah.
Probably like 2 years later, genuinely. And now I realize that the exit for me was actually almost like selling my soul.
Yeah, right.
And actually the beauty is in the climb, not in the destination. The destination's important because I've got to leave something for my kids, but there's no point in leaving anything if I'm not present on the way up.
How many people get to the top of their mountain and go, oh God, this is not the mountain. It's that mountain. Right. Because it's, you know, when I was in my early 30s, I had lots of stuff. I was very successful if you define success that way.
Sure.
And in the middle of all of my success, outside looking in success, my inside out experience was I'm lonely, I'm disconnected, I'm emotionally, socially, spiritually bankrupt. I don't love my life. But if you looked at what was going on, you would go, he's crushing it, he's killing it. And it's not to say one caused the other, but I think many of us anyway grew up in a kind of a culture and a collective mindset that says success is about stuff. Success is about what you have and own and earn and drive and where you live and what you look like. And these days your brand and how many followers you have. But in the middle of all of that, you know, like a lot of the people that I've coached over the years, you would know and you would go, oh, like successful. Also medicated for anxiety and depression and sleeplessness, and also can't wait to sit down and talk to me because I'm not interested in their brand or their dough or how pretty or handsome or strong or jacked they are. And so it's like, oh, so we try and resolve internal issues with external stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I need? I need a 100-inch TV. And you're right, I could have a really nice car. I don't need a really nice car. I'm one dude.
Yeah.
I drive a Suzuki Swift. I love that thing at 6 years old. My friends laugh at me. I'm like, laugh away, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like,
I love this. This is what makes people love you and your show, because call a spade, say it how it is, and don't put the fluff out there that everyone else is doing. The social media reel for most people is fluff. Yours is fuck this, do the hard work, or, you know, it's real. It's so real.
and even if you want to zoom out and go, all right, what am I doing? Like, what's my life look like? What are my habits and behaviors? What's my operating system? What's the nuts and bolts of my existence? And is it working? Because for most people, it isn't. Most people struggle. And that's, I mean, the human experience is struggle, but it's also joy. It's peaks and troughs. It's good days and bad days. It's learning and unlearning. But I'm constantly getting things wrong still, constantly making mistakes, constantly getting in my own way, constantly self-sabotaging, also having the best time, also learning and growing and evolving. Also know, okay, so here's 20 things I'm not good at. You know, I don't need to be good at it. I can't be good at everything. And so, you know, if you can find, like when people hear, oh, you know, find your purpose, and a lot of people struggle to do that, which is understandable because it ain't easy. But I go, what are your values? What are the things that matter to you? Like that's the easy, what really matters to you? Now, if you clearly define what really matters to you, not what we just chirp out, right? And then you can live a life that's aligned with those values. So, for example, I can't say who, of course, but I got offered lots of dough recently for my podcast to advertise a product that I wouldn't use or recommend or sell. It's lots of dough. And Melissa, who runs my life, who's much smarter than me, she rings me and she goes, I think I know what the answer is going to be. I go, okay. And she goes, so this is the product and this is the company and this is the money. And I go, tell me about I didn't even know what it was, but it's a new version of another drug that's out there. And I went, oh, let me have a look. And I went, yeah. And I rang her back. I went, no. And it's not an easy decision, but it's a very clear decision because I wouldn't use it. I wouldn't recommend it. Therefore, I can't sell it.
I hear you. Yeah.
So, and and I'm not saying I'm great because I still make mistakes, but that going, all right, well, at least I have clarity. If I know what I stand for, then those decisions and those behaviours are quite obvious.
Yeah.
It's powerful, Craig. You come from a position of strength when you're negotiating with or not negotiating with these organisations.
I reckon if you are, I don't need much stuff. I could live in a 1-bedroom flat with my crappy little car and go, I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't need to do that, but I could. And I don't need, I probably wore this pair of jeans last time we met. I probably wore these. It's like
a new T-shirt. I noticed a new T-shirt.
I don't own a suit. So when I do over
the T-shirt,
I do over 100 corporate gigs a year, and they go, "Oh, it's formal." I go, "Not for me." And they're like, I go, I don't own a suit. They go, really? I go, I don't own a suit. So if you need me to wear a suit, I go, I don't like suits. I hate suits.
I think that's the second thing we've got in common.
Yeah.
I don't own a suit.
Yeah,
either.
you don't. And you're always in runners.
Always
you love runners. You're runners too, aren't you?
No, I got boots on.
Oh, you got boots.
But I
I
think it's, like once you get past all the stuff that you're meant to have and do and then you sit in your still space, I recommend. This is hard, but the first time I did this was when I kind of got to that tipping point with my businesses. I went, and I never had time off. I went to Queensland for 10 days by myself. I didn't talk to another human. I didn't take a phone. I didn't take a computer. I didn't watch TV. I did not talk to a human. I did not spend any time with any person. And my instructions to my PA were, don't contact me unless someone's died or the joint's burning down. For the first 3 days, I cried. And I'm like, what is wrong with me? I can't be still. What is wrong with me? I'm in this beautiful place looking at the ocean. I'm sad. I'm anxious. I want to ring someone. What is wrong with me? And so that even that inability that we have to just be still and just to be alone and okay. And I literally wanted to figure out, I went away for 10 days to figure out what I wanted to do with the rest of my life, who I wanted to be and how I wanted to be and what actually mattered. And about day 4 or 5, I started to turn around. I found some joy. I still cried a bit. I was like, it was an emotional roller coaster. And I'm like, what is wrong with me? I'm an alpha male. Look at me. What is, and I'm like, you're not an alpha. You're scared. You're scared of everything. That's okay. Like, what are you scared of? What are you going to do about what you're scared of? What works for you, what doesn't? And not just practically and commercially and financially, but what works for you emotionally and spiritually, whatever that means for you. Because I just see an ocean of human beings just striving and just like struggling and striving. It's not to say there's anything bad with building wealth and commercial success, of course. But I think when you find your sense of identity in your things, you're always going to be fearful and insecure because things go.
Yes.
It's like I used to be absolutely fully egotistical, fully obsessed with what I looked like, and my identity was my body, was my biceps, was my veins, was like, and I was 100 kilos and I just wanted to be bigger and I just this and that because I grew up as a morbidly obese kid, as you know. So then when I lost weight, I got all this approval and recognition and social acceptance. So then you learn that, the better you look, the better life is. Well, that's unfortunately a little bit true sometimes, but there's a tipping point where it's actually the opposite. So, yeah, it's been a fun ride.
So interesting, isn't it?
I love it.
It's
Craig, this has been amazing.
Thank
Congratulations on everything that you do.
Thank you.
Both commercially and personally. I'm hearing from you today talk, again, from a position of strength, like a position of recognition of self. And I know what you've done for tons of other people. And so it's great to be here. It's great to be in your presence.
Thank you.
And you do coaching now. Tell people about your coaching programs.
I don't do much coaching. No. I do I don't advertise that, or I just, so like I do all my corporate. I do some coaching with people who, I'm not good at selling myself, but yeah, I do some. I don't have a lot of time. When I finish my doctorate, I'll have a lot more time next year, and I'll do a lot more public engagement. So I still do public workshops and events, but and then there's the other thing is you need to try and have some balance and some away from everything time. So yeah,
I have this rule with my board. I'll give you 49 weeks a year. Just give me 3, and those 3 weeks I turn everything off. Phone, email. You can't contact me if you need to. And I've talked about this before publicly, but if you need me, call Sim. Otherwise, see you in 3 weeks. And I do that every year with my kids. Last year I reflected on it and I was like, that was amazing, but I'd rather not just get to the 49th week and then switch off. I'd like to do some stuff throughout the year and switch off. So next week I'm in Fiji for 8 days.
Amazing.
Phone's going off.
Great.
I keep saying to my CEO, I'm unavailable, but if we've got to tackle some stuff, can we do it before I get on the plane? Because once I get on that plane,
it's amazing.
You won't be able to get me.
I'm very much about intentional living, not reactive. So many people say to me something like, they'll sit down with me and they're 50 or whatever, and they'll say, this wasn't my plan. And I go, can I see the plan? And they're like, what? I go, the plan of which you speak, grasshopper, can I see it? And there's no plan. There's just an idea in their head of how they thought things would go. You're not going to accidentally succeed or build this awesome existence. And that starts with hitting the brakes just for a minute, for a day, for a week, and doing almost like a stock take on your life. What's working, what's not. You don't need to be a psychologist. You don't need to be a researcher or a scientist or a genius. You just go, you know what? Because we all know that thing that we do that's stupid.
Yeah.
Yet we still do it because we're kind of addicted to it, or it meets a temporary need. But just trying to zoom back a little bit and go, I probably need to do this thing that sucks for 6 months so I can break through doing that daily thing that's destructive.
So good, isn't it?
Yeah. Really powerful.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm going to link all of Craig's details in the show notes below. We're going to duck to a quick break from Luna. Craig, thanks for coming on.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
All right. weareluna.co is a great place for you and your business to start off with phenomenal accounting and legal services. So if you're a startup or a scale-up looking for legal and finance support, or alternatively looking to raise capital, weareluna.co is where you need to be starting off.
I knew this would be gold. Like, Craig is just like the metaphor of knowing the unknown, like the things that we're looking for. He's got this conscious awareness of the unconsciousness that
already there.
We're searching for.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I reflect on what I knew of Craig, but just being here and having him say the stuff that he said on the show today, whole nother level, right? You think you know, but you think you're there, but you're not really there.
Yeah.
There's so many things that someone could put into daily practice to enable this sort of confidence and comfort that he speaks from.
Yeah, and that place that he went to in his 30s of just that stillness. Oh, you can imagine the tears flooding in that.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, I was thinking this morning as I'm driving in here, like, I really like driving with the car, not playing any music.
Oh, yeah.
Not listening to any podcasts.
Yeah.
On occasion, Other times it's important. I'm driving with the kids and the stuff's off so that we can have a conversation. And then most of the time we're in the car, like, Dad, can we play some music? It's a bit quiet in here. But once I've dropped them off at school and I'm driving to work, there's either 3 things that are happening for me. 1, I'm listening to a podcast. 2, I'm calling someone in my leadership team to like just engage with them. Or 3, I'm not calling anyone. I'm just taking that 20 minutes to drive with no noise and quietness. And I have no desire to try feel the quietness in the car. Does that make sense?
Oh, absolutely. For me, I put on my Apple headset thing at home, and people like, what are you listening to? Actually, no, nothing? I have the noise cancelling on, just nothing.
Really?
Yeah, love it. It's,
Yeah, no,
so
I do too. But
I get sick of noise sometimes, just want the quiet.
Yeah. Very, very, very powerful.
Yeah.
This morning I was driving in and I was like, I'm going to listen to, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to just be calm and just not try and stimulate myself in any direction and just be.
What one thing are we going to take away? What can we do differently?
I think that's really important.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do that as well in the sauna.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm in there for 45 minutes, you know. Carmen from Cum Springs is like, yeah, you can Bluetooth your music. I was like, no.
I don't either, actually. That's a good point.
Like just quiet. Just everyone's taking, and I'm sure I'm not alone on this, but everyone takes from me all day, every day.
Yeah.
They want my energy. They want my advice. They want my bank authorizations between sessions here. They want a whole bunch of stuff. My kids need this. My wife needs that. My dogs need to go for a walk. I walk into the house. The dogs are staring at me like, oh, he's back. He's not put on the jacket yet, but if I look at him long enough, he'll put the jacket on and we'll go to the park. Everyone wants something.
Yeah.
And so what I've started to do is actually like, I want my own space time. I want my own inspiration. I want my own quietness. And so waking up at 4 a.m. and not turning the phone on until 7:30 is that for me on a daily basis. Yeah. And then on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays for an hour, 45 minutes in the sauna and 5 minutes in the ice bath, it's also quiet time for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think like if that's what I took from it, I'm curious to know what you took from it as well.
Oh, that quietness and that actually letting the emotion out too. Like I love that as a man he can talk about that because we've all got it. It's just whether we talk about it or not. Yeah. So for me, that's my run. If I go for a run with my noise cancelling, nothing going on in there, I will often cry on my run because it's like it lets things out for me. Yeah, so I love it though.
Amazing. Yeah. Guys, another great episode. Thanks, James, Purpose Productions. Thank you, Kate.
Pleasure.
We'll see you for the next one.